What's up, guys? Hope you're well. This is my Fantastic Four review. If I can get my phone to sit. Okay. Well, that didn't work. I thought the movie was good. I thought it was good. I didn't really think anything of it. I really liked the scene with Galactus, obviously. And the scene halfway through the movie where it's like him being such an imposing threat. I also liked the family aspect, but I also thought there wasn't really enough of it. I thought the sense of urgency wasn't really there, especially in the second act, after he finds out Galactus is about to eat the Earth, and they lose and get their ass whooped by Galactus and Silver Surfer. There's no urgency. There is, it says that Galactus is approaching Earth, but there's not really much of holy shit, we need to do something now. Now. There was a moment after the teleporters were destroyed, but it wasn't really enough, because it wasn't, I don't know, if there was urgency, you would have moved all the civilians away from New York. I don't really think moving them underground was good, because it didn't make sense as how a being as heavy as Galactus wasn't breaking through the floor. How was he not crushing this? The streets of New York are strong enough to hold Galactus? That doesn't really make sense. And another thing I didn't like was there wasn't really much for the characters to do. I think Johnny Storm learning her language was super cool, but I think it could have happened a lot earlier, so then Silver Surfer helping out the team would have happened sooner too. It would have been like a 5-on-1 against Galactus, because to be honest, they weren't doing anything. It was pretty much an ass pull and plot armor as how Sue won. I don't really get how suddenly she's able to push Galactus through the streets of New York and win. That makes no sense, when none of that was built up. No stakes, no line about my powers are changing. Something? I don't know. Something like that. And also, they didn't really work as a team much. They didn't really do much as a team. They did individual stuff, but they didn't do much as a team. Does that make sense? It was weird. It was very predictable. It was very too much on the rails. There wasn't much going on. It was very predictable. Nothing much happened. I don't know. And I saw it with a friend, and I love him. He's cool. He's great. But there was a line that he said was, and I'm sorry, it wasn't my thought, but he said that this movie, he felt was pushing the female agenda of women being strong. And I guess I see how you think that, but I think it was just badly written. I don't really think there was an agenda being pushed, because then you could talk about, if the agenda is being pushed on females, then what are you not talking about the male that learned someone else's language over the course of 9 months? That's pretty fucking cool. Or Pedro Pascal, Reed Richards, building a fucking teleporter. That's also pretty cool. Is that not the same as, if you want to be technical, how is that not pushing the male agenda of men being strong, men being smart? You know? That doesn't really make sense. But whatever. Or men being compassionate and showing their loved ones The Thing. Whatever. But that's a little side comment. But the movie was good. It was decent. It was aight. It was as I was expecting. There was a few stuff that caught me off guard. The first half, I thought was better than the second half. More just I like how they went to Galactus. I like how they went to space. They went faster than light. I thought that was super cool. But there wasn't much going on. I thought the cheesy moments and the comedy really undermined the sense of dread that we were supposed to feel from Galactus. I didn't really understand why, after they get back from Earth after almost dying, they start to baby-proof the house. No, you know, why are you baby-proofing shit? Why am I laughing when Galactus is supposed to be destroying the Earth? That doesn't make sense. And when the fuck did the Earth find out that they want the baby? Why would you tell that to them? Why would you say that? That doesn't make sense. And it's just very on the rails. It's Marvel. It's safe. It's a PG-13 movie, but there's not much 13-ness. Teens at 13 know a lot. They know about death. They know about shit. They know about stuff. You don't need to not pretend like it doesn't exist. That's why I like Superman so much. And it's like, fantastic. The average superhero man tries not to bring up Superman type shit. But, like, that's just the most recent movie I've seen, and it's just the better movie. It has more stakes. It has more, like, action. It has more stakes, and it has more, like, character development and character arcs. This one doesn't really have that. People do stuff, but they don't really learn anything. That's why I think it would have been weird. Maybe Johnny's too reckless, so he learns not to be reckless. Sue doesn't really have a plot. She's just pretty strong. I guess is the issue, but, like, not really. It's just poorly written. Maybe make the Thing's character arc was stupid. It's not even about him becoming a human. Instead, all he did was he walked into a building. He walked into a building. That's it. The whole movie, he was scared to walk into a building and confess his feelings for a woman. But even then, he didn't do it. For 2 hours, we sat there watching this man conflicted over walking into a building. No. Like, no. No. Maybe make him walk into the building in 30 minutes, and then she joins the team and is like some data expert analyst. I don't fucking know. Have faith. Have hope. Make it... That's weird. That's weird. So, like, maybe you can make his character arc. Give him what Sue did. How Sue was, like, the spokesperson, political woman. Make that the Thing. Make that Ben Grimm. Make it... It's not what... It's so simple. It doesn't matter what's on the outside. It matters what's on the inside. Because he's a literal rock human that everyone loves. No one cares what's on the outside. No one cares what he looks like. So it's right there. Say, hey, we don't care what you look like. It's what matters in here. Do the right thing type shit. And that would have been perfect for a literal rock man. I don't know, as I'm thinking about it, there's so much more that could have been done. There's so much more stuff that I listed that would have made the movie better. At least had more going on. There would have been more arcs, more character moments, more character's journey. It would have it felt very flat. Nothing much happened. They were the same Fantastic Four in the beginning as they were in the end. They were already uniting the world. They already did that. They didn't learn anything at all. They didn't learn shit. Not shit. It's been 8 minutes and I've been rambling. I gotta stop this. It wasn't even that good. It wasn't even that good. And I knew it wouldn't have been that good. I only saw it because I was hanging out with my friend and I wanted something to do. It was just so bleh. We both weren't excited for the movie. But we saw it because we needed something to do. But it was still very It was like a 6 out of 10. Like a 6 out of 10. And the more I'm talking about it, that's being generous. That's a generous 6 out of 10. I think, honestly, it's more like a 4. It just wasn't that good. Wasn't good. Was not good. Bye.